The following is an excerpt from the novel Cowboy by Barry Fitzsimmons, read by the author. Chapter 4. A new week it is, and I'm still reeling over that talk with Belinda Justice from TV station. Yes, sir, it put a nice hazy spin on the weekend, the better part of which I spent on my usual stool at Eddie's place, my little second home round the corner on 9th, and with the promise of a fat new paycheck. I heeded the urge to spend leisurely amongst my fellow patrons. Bought a round or two for all the regulars, plus the not-so-regulars, and some wayward out-of-towners to boot. I mean, heck, once them touristas got an eyeful of our broke-down, hard-drinking local, which ain't in no guidebooks like all the other joints on the avenue, well, if them folks had the guts to stay for one, I figure they had the right to some hospitality. Course, at some point, don't know when, what spending cash I had left was gone, and I owed even more when old Tom the bartender come up, his white apron all spilled on and nasty, looking for me to settle. Had to leave an IOU, which I'd done about 100 times for, only guess Tom's losing patience with me and my shortfalls. Anyhow, it's morning now, Monday morning, and I'm at the best watering hole there is for a man who for 2 whole days ain't put nothing in his belly but bourbon, beer, and bar pretzels. The coffee island at Times Square Video, that is, where the caffeine flows free, not to mention the muffins. A big, bright old room it is, with a 10th floor view looking south over the square. They got fancy artwork on the walls, and TV screens showing off the latest from all the favored clients. There's music playing, and big cowhide chairs, and a pool table you can't never play on account of the crowd so thick. All the TSV clients like to start their day here, plus a few that are booked elsewhere. Folks stop by just to catch the buzz, on account of TSV's the kind of place that makes you feel like you're part of something special. The zeitgeist it is, nowadays anyhow. Soon, all of us will retreat to our respective edit rooms and start reading the record while our editors push a whole lot of buttons on their consoles till a good 10 minutes have been killed and we can start putting tapes in the machines and looking over our scripts and such. It's Monday after all. Ain't no need to be in a rush. There's a crowd, all right, good and loud, per the usual, and yours truly has to wait while 2 funny-haired kids take orders from all directions, making fat-free mocha soy lattes for them that don't take their coffee the way God intended it, black, and no darn decaf neither. I finally get mine and take a long pull that burns the tongue just right. And right then, who sidles up next to me? None other than Melissa Engel, an old-school promo whore. That's right, I said promo whore. A term of respect and endearment it is. Of course, I learned it the hard way how some folks take offense at such nomenclature. My apologies to him. Shoot, if old Promo Cowboy was born a woman, he'd call himself Promo Whore, on account of cowboys and whores are all the same. All of us freelance, selling ourselves to the highest bidder. No shame to it. Still, it pays a fella to hold his tongue, when he can anyhow. Melissa's a quiet woman of a certain age. Been acquainted with her for years, only she ain't never had much to say to me. All business and out of my league, that woman, but cute as a darn bug. Can't be much more than 5 foot tall without them long heels. Got some of the brownest eyes I've ever seen, and dark hair that falls real sophisticated like round her shoulders. Takes all my will to keep from reaching out and running my fingers through it. Anyhow, looking spiffy she is today, all in black under them smart girl glasses on a chain of tiny pearls. Like usual, I wish I had something low and nonchalant to say, only I can't come up with nothing better than, "Hey there, missy." Long, quiet pause. "Sure are looking pretty in all that black." Another long pause. "Ain't nobody died, I hope." I watch her fight back that little half smile she sometimes makes, showing off her snaggletooth on the one side. She makes a head shake and stirs in more of that pink sugar. Her fingernails have got that 2-tone polish like your finer ladies in town, only I don't see no wedding ring. Could have swore she one time had one. Of course, Melissa don't say nothing back per the usual, just sips her coffee, so I go on ahead and kill the uncomfortable silence, letting fly with the eternal question that's offered and answered in one form or another by promo brothers and sisters all over this land. Who you whoring yourself out to nowadays? Like I said, some would take offense. not old Melissa. Spreading the love, she says with another head shake, like her words are tinged with regret, or maybe her coffee still ain't sweet enough. You ain't Permalance no more at that network? The one labeled after that fancy jewelry store? She looks at me like the wound's still fresh. That gig played itself out. Still, plenty to go round for an old pro like you. Melissa makes a nod, only she's got that far-off air, like she's thinking. Maybe she's thinking the same things I'm thinking, about the job she's on right now, and if there'll be another after that. About how the summer doldrums ain't so much fun as they used to be, and how matinees and day games at the stadium and Shakespeare for the unemployed don't cut it next to a good honest paycheck. About how young folks are taking over the industry, like Joey Stolichnaya was saying. About how, like me, she's maybe made a promise to the mirror not to drink no alcohol for a day or two to give her system a rest. There's another long lull in what passes for conversation between us, only instead of walking off to find better company, she stands her ground. I figure there ain't no loss going out on a limb. Get out over the weekend, did ya? Melissa lets out a huff. Stayed in, watched some movies, slept. She offers up that last piece with a sharp edge, like sleeping's the last thing she's after. Or maybe she's wasting time talking to yours truly. Shoot, comes to women, this cowboy can't never tell. Some you can't turn off or shut up. Then there's the mysterious kind like Melissa, who keep their shells on so tight a fella just plain after a while gives up. Like I said, that woman never had much to say. Can't see why that'd change now. I turn on my heels and lean back against that bar, and I give that place a long, slow sweep with my eyes. Sure enough, everybody in that room's talking a streak, simultaneous like. Awful curious that. Guess that means nobody's listening. Anyhow, I sort of forget about Melissa next to me, only guess she ain't forgot about me. Didn't see you, she says timid like, at that party on Friday. Her words prick my ears. Party? Where at? Over at Thought Bubble. Thought I'd see you there. Not like promo Cowboy to miss a party. I give that Melissa the stink eye, on account of all the time we've been acquainted, passing one another in the halls at American Video Center, or Vision Works, or Industrial Edit, or any of the other 50-odd studios that figure in the life of a promo cowboy in New York. She ain't never spoken so many words to me. Heck, she ain't done more'n throw me that little half smile, like it's some old penny jangling round in her pocketbook. Would have come, I tell her, only I didn't get no invite. Shoot, they ain't had a good party in years. Nobody has, she says, and it's the truth mostly. Melissa looks at her watch. Ain't no Timex like mine, that's sure. I have to get to my session, she says. Then she digs them frosted nails into my arm and points them beautiful brownies over the top of them glasses, right up in my own eyes. Damn if they don't strike me like a branch across the forehead. Should have been there, you. We could have talked. Then, just like a woman, she's gone. Yep, I sure do hate to miss a good party.